this footage is timeless, and it is one of the reasons why I love finding like this old stuff. Bienvenue and welcome to 150 Days of Winter. Hello! 7 screws, 1 plate. So as you know, at least in France, skiing holidays in the near future have been put into question. With the exception of lucky people like me who get to ski tour up the mountain, for most people, crossing borders and going on ski holidays is all up in the air. With that in mind, it wouldn't be unfair to say that some of your lockdown time has been spent watching ski videos. Whether it's something from Matchstick or Tanner Hall's latest production, both excellent choices. I myself might favour something a little bit older, something from the 80s maybe, on VHS from Greg Stump. However, for this video, I want to look a bit further back. So if you follow this channel, you probably know that I've been sporadically reviewing ski movies. I was hoping to do like one a week, however, realistically it has been far more infrequent. Unfortunately, things get in the way, so far more research is needed to do this. Okay. However, if you do enjoy these ski movie reviews, I would very much appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, but also if you have any suggestions to other ski movies that you think I can review, please leave them in the comments down below. Anyway, as you notice by the title, I'm not reviewing a specific ski film, but instead a ski film maker, Dick Barrymore. If Matchstick are like around the year 2000, then Greg Stump would be 80s, 90s. Dick Barrymore would be 60s and 70s. If you've ever watched Blizzard of Ours, you will remember the name is referenced at the start.
When I was a little runny-nosed kid, I would never miss a chance to watch one of Dick Barrymore's ski movies at the local ski shop.
He was also an early advocate of hot dogging. Think of it like Crazy Moguls, but we'll come to that later on. Now, unfortunately, because of the vintage nature of his films, and the fact that I'm in Europe, trying to find a VHS or a complete film online is next to impossible. Trust me, I've looked. Thankfully though, there are snippets of his films on YouTube that give you a great insight into his filmography. Now, if you want to watch any of these without my input, I will leave the links to all of these videos in the description below this review. But we will have a look at a few of these snippets now, and I will just give you my opinions as we go through some of them to stuff that I like. Sound good? Now, the first snippet I want to show you is from a K2 demonstration and back in 1971. This is called The Performers.
They have the world's greatest job. They ski.
I've got to say immediately that just looking at this, when I watch old ski movies, looking at old ski equipment, I love this. You'll notice like the toe piece of these bindings, there basically isn't a release on them. It's literally like a metal loop which the toe piece fits into. Oh, and also leather boots as well, which again, wonderful. But anyway, we carry on. Not only that, there was obviously a sale on at the sweater shop. Again, the clothing back in these days, just absolutely brilliant. and just like great slow motion footage of this. It's, you know, on equipment that compared to what we have nowadays just is not. So yeah, these guys just look absolutely amazing. And when I look at some of these shots here, I notice how they appear in other ski movies. So you know, Dick Barrymore inspired other people to do that, which is, again, great. Anyway, we're going to go and have a look at another one of his films. The second one is from a film Derby of the Grande Montets. If you don't know, in France, derbies are quite a big thing. They are, I think in America you call them Chinese downhills. And it's basically who can get from the top to the bottom of the mountain the fastest. This is set in Chamonix. Rear entry boots, so we've actually moved on a bit now, but wonderful vintage equipment here.
Les challengeurs partiront les premiers. Dans l'ordre, Scott, Dave.
It's all done very with nice cheesy like 70s music as well, which is always a good thing. And yeah, considering the equipment, considering what the equipment that they filmed this on, you can see, you know, it's you know, some great shots of people basically in a tuck going straight down.
La piste n'a reçu aucune préparation particulière pour le derby. Aujourd'hui, ils subiront 5 changements de neige. Glacé au sommet, soufflé puis croûté sur le dôme, des bosses très creusées sur la section de la herse, enfin lisse et damée sur les 2 derniers kilomètres. Passant à 110 km/h dans la traversée, Scott est obligé de ralentir au maximum pour négocier le col des Rachasses. Puis il plonge sur le glacier supérieur où il ajuste sa trajectoire au millimètre.
Now, of course, this film might put people off because, of course, it's all narrated in French. You don't really need to understand it. But we're gonna shift on to we're gonna stay in the Grande Montets, but we're gonna see another clip. So we're back in the Grande Montets. And once again, him driving through the villages in the Alps, everything has changed so much from what it looks like now, except for, of course, yeah, the ski area and Mont Blanc and things like that. Although those bubbles are something out of a museum, which is amazing.
If you get lucky while you're in Chamonix, you'll wake up one morning and see the clouds rising off the valley floor after an overnight storm. Above the low layer of clouds,
and yeah, it's like whenever it's crappy down in the valley, when you go up at the top, the sun's coming over, looks just sights of that, like powder fields and things like that, look absolutely amazing. And for me, what is great is that someone is filming him. He's not just stuck behind the camera, and it's great to see that not only does Dick Barrymore like to film, but he is also an amazing skier that he can film with a pack full of camera gear and stuff behind him, which people overlook, and yeah, amazing. Okay, I'm not saying anyone who makes ski movies, I presume they can ski, but when you actually see them on camera, it's not something you see very often, And of course, long time before Greg Stump, we get to see like Americans skiing in the Grande Montets, which is, again, you can see how hard it is to ski in powder when you don't have super fat skis on. But again, the sweater shop is on point. And this is great. Okay, we have what everyone nowadays knows as a monoski, and of course Dick Barrymore wonderfully calls it a single ski, which I don't know whether he just was translating everything from French, but you know, it's again, watching people back in the 70s ski on a monoski through powder is just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and again, as with all ski filmmakers, when you it's not just about the skiing, it's about finding characters. Okay, this guy here, you can see his style skiing on a monoski is just amazing. Okay, and it's just the colourful local talent that you find that is just you know, just absolutely brilliant, and one of the reasons why I love these movies. Yeah.
This is what happened one day when he
And of course, we have another character who, of course, is so used to skiing on monoskis that actually skiing on normal skis, he's having a problem, but he still goes full out on it, and you know, wipes out or recovers. It's just, yeah, this footage is timeless, and it is one of the reasons why I love finding like this old stuff. You can see that he's right on the edge, and just
it's obvious that Philippe would rather be back on his single.
Just absolutely
So
brilliant.
he just performs his special maneuver that he invented called le saut de remover le ski.
Yeah,
Voila.
absolutely
Succès.
brilliant.
Back on one ski.
Right, we're going to move on.
March 10th,
As I said before, Dick Barrymore was a great
great
fan of early freestyle skiing, what we would call mogul skiing nowadays. And of course, back in those days, they called it hot dogging, and it was very much a different format to how we see it today, where you don't, it's not head to head, but basically it's just seeing if you can get down to the bottom of the slope without, and if you fall, if you get back up again, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and it's just, you see these people just literally, I don't know how they're not killing themselves doing it, but you know, they all get up and they all ski on, and it is yeah, just a great to watch when you consider how formal mogul skiing is nowadays. Yeah, it's you know, this reminds me of the early years when I first started seeing these films, of watching like Wayne Wong basically do this like crazy stuff down a mogul run, which yeah, a great hairstyles, great styles from that period of time, and some great crashes as well, which again is, oh Lord, oh God, but you know what? Hey, they get up and they carry on, which is great, and yeah, or your bindings all fly off, regardless. Yeah, just, oh. But yeah, no, this is
the golden years of freestyle.
oh, he's gonna go, he's gone, yeah, he's gone.
As the crowd encouraged him on to
No,
the
he's
heights.
back up again. Oh no, he's down again. No, he's up again. Yeah, no, absolutely brilliant. And as I say, watch the full clips, because you know, I'm only giving you a tiny snippet of it here. You know, it's with equipment that is, you know, 50 years old, and they're doing this, which is, you know, just brilliant. Now this just gives you a hint at his filmography. If you have the ability, I would highly recommend watching a film called Vagabond Skier. I unfortunately have not been able to find it, okay, if only to catch a glimpse of a very young Greg Stump who appears in it, okay? And, you know, that's why I like these old movies, okay? Because it shows the evolution of ski filmmaking, okay? Dick Barrymore would influence Greg Stump. Greg Stump would influence Matchstick. Greg Stump and Matchstick would influence me. And with each step, the equipment that is used to make films gets smaller and more versatile, okay? From, you know, watching people film on bulky 35mm Bolexes to people now using GoPros and drones, okay? But without appreciating the old films, you can't really appreciate the new ski films. At least that's what I think, okay? Now, if you're waiting for me to rate Dick Barrymore, I would give him an A+, okay? As always, if you have enjoyed this review and you would like to see more, maybe you would like to suggest one, click the subscribe button down below, click the like button and leave a comment. I reply to most all comments that are left, even the bad ones, and I will see you all in the next review. Ciao.